Hello, everybody. I am here in Saskatoon. Saskatoon, a very Canadian city. A city that has not yet become like the rest of Canada yet. It's starting to. Not that I hate it. Not that I hate the Indians and the Africans and the migrants, because, you know, without you, the streets of Saskatoon would be empty, because I've been driving around with my friend Stephan here, and the only people walking are Indian or African. Everybody else has a car.
They support our public transit. Yeah. Without them, we would have no public transit, and we'd be the most polluting city in the world.
Public transit is awful, and anybody who takes it doesn't get to have a say. I did see that William Nylander took the public transit to a Leaf game, but that's a bit different. If you're taking public transit in Toronto on the TTC, that's a little bit different than waiting for a bus in Saskatoon. I'm sorry, folks. But either way, introducing my friend Stephan. He's been housing me after my Saskatoon show. I had a break in shows, and it didn't make sense to fly back to Toronto. It made more sense to go from here to Victoria. So I have been, I'm a comedy refugee right now, and I've been taken in by Stephan of Saskatoon.
I take in refugees. That's what I do.
And he's been feeding me. He's been clothing me.
Yeah, I barbecued for you, and
although I got a tiniest little burn hole in my brand new fucking jacket, which pissed me off. But you know what? You can't win them all. Okay, you can't win all the life's little battles. A little burn hole never hurt anybody.
No, you can.
And now that this jacket is being worn in this podcast, it's technically a business expense.
Bingo.
So I don't have to feel bad about it anymore. Let me do a puff of that.
Oh, you betcha, man. Right here and ready for you. Yes, you've been a great guest in my house. I was happy you could fit in the shower, and that's my fault.
That's kind of a gay thing to say.
That's a small entrance to that shower, eh? Fuck.
I don't fit in your shower.
No, oh, you don't? All right.
No, I don't fit in the shower that you built by hand out of wood.
Yeah, it's a good excuse to get us to the gym, eh?
So I've been going to the Motion Fitness here in Saskatoon, which is a very nice gym that they have. It's not very nice, but it's not that bad.
Yeah, not very nice.
It's like a LA Fitness after a BLM riot.
Yeah, it seems like it suffered a few riots for sure.
But it does the trick. They have a sauna. It's a very weird sauna because I'm used to it going to the Jewish Community Center.
Yeah, it was a wet sauna.
Which has they have both saunas, but the wet sauna there, the chairs are like, the seats are just more of the floor. Like, they're still just
those
tile
cheap benches in there.
They have like cheap wooden benches at
What's
the
up
Motion.
with that? Yeah, that was cheap.
I didn't like that. That was kind of
that either. Yeah, they used to have better benches there. I don't know what happened. Somebody took a shit on one of them, and
I just feel like that would rot out if you have a wooden bench to sit on in a wet sauna within a steam room.
And it wasn't even real wood. It was like, gypboard, and it wasn't painted on the one side. I saw like that's trash.
So Stephan lives in this room for some reason, but he was nice enough to clean this space so that we could do the podcast. So say thank you to Stephan in the comments, and
subscribe to my YouTube, please.
Oh, he has his own YouTube.
I have a YouTube channel.
When's the last time you uploaded a video on it?
Every Wednesday we do podcasts that are fun and informational, and I'd love to see you out there. Yeah.
When's the last time you posted on there?
Last Wednesday.
Yeah?
I did an episode with Rick Diaz.
Okay.
He is a golden ticket winner from Kill Tony.
Fuck yeah.
Fourth Kill Tony guest.
So what's your YouTube called?
It's called Canadian Talk with Stephan Podcast. But if you
that's way too hard to remember.
Just Google Canadian Talk Podcast.
Canadian Talk.
Stephanjackson.ca. and
Stephanjackson. You got a good white guy
from
Saskatoon name. You know, Stephanjackson. That sounds like, I don't know, wasn't there A.Y. Jackson was like a famous Canadian painter?
Hey, man, you're over my head on that one. I don't know.
That's
painting.
true. A.Y. Jackson, famous Canadian painter.
Hey, Jack.
You're kind of like a bit of an artist, like you know, in the sense that you just live
Easy
in
now.
squalor. You're you're an artist in the sense that you live in a workshop and you inhale fucking sawdust all day, and then you just thank you. I love it though. I feel like I'm gonna be friends with you for a long time because I just feel like
Thanks, man. Me too.
just just the calmness of you, because I don't have that. I'm from Toronto.
Yeah.
Look how out of place I am just sitting here in my expensive jacket for no reason, expensive glasses.
Yeah.
Like if you're
different than us.
yes. You're a salvager. You're a scavenger. That's what
Yes.
people do here.
Yes.
Everybody's on fucking, what is it? Facebook Marketplace.
Oh,
That's like that's what you jerk off to. Just like
literally, dude. I find a microwave underpriced. Oh, it's just into the corner. Fucking love it, man. Taking it to the
it's
kitchen.
a simpler life here.
Yeah, dude. I love
But
it.
I've been still steadily watching the Israel-Palestine shit. Sorry, guys. It's a fucking... I've said this before in my stand-up. It's an entertaining war. It's one of the most entertaining wars. Not to say that it's not horrific, it's not horrible, but if you want to be entertained by a war, there's one going on. That's all I'm saying. If that's your genre of what you like to watch, which I know a lot of you mental patients, that's what you fucking watch. That's what I watch.
Yeah, it's entertaining, eh?
Ever since this war started, I've just had this urge to buy a white Toyota Tacoma.
Why is that?
You know that I don't like. It's like subliminal messaging from all of the videos of Hamas going into Israel in those trucks, and just like the freedom,
yeah?
the wind in their hair, you know. And
They're driving the Tacomas, right?
they had Tacomas.
The Hamas did.
Yeah, so now I want one
Yeah.
because
You can join.
that is. You never see a Jew in a white Tacoma. That's what I'll tell you right
Yeah,
now.
probably not.
Never see a Jewish guy driving around in a.
What do Jewish
What
people
is
like?
that? A 2019 Toyota Tacoma with a ISIS flag on the side of it? Yeah, I look. Everybody is very divided right now. Originally, we were divided along, the COVID lines. Do you think COVID is a big deal? Do you not think COVID is a big deal? Right? And then it became, that just ended pretty much. I mean,
ended
people
out of
still talk
nowhere.
about it, but we just act as a society as if that never happened, try to move past it. And now we have the Israel-Palestine thing, which is raising all these new concerns about should our society exist at all?
Oh.
Should Canada as a country, a colonialist settler country, should we even exist?
There is tons of anti-colonial movements right now. It's kind of scary,
for a white guy named Stephanjackson
I am
from
a British colonialist, literally in Canada. But seriously, like there's lots of movements like that nowadays, and
but your parents are lesbians, to be fair.
yeah, I know, right?
So
I
technically,
have a nice balance.
you're part of the BIPOC a little bit.
Exactly. What does that mean?
Black, indigenous people of color.
Does that mean I can
Wait,
say the N-word,
was
or-
that queer? Isn't it BIPOC with I think the C is Q. I don't know.
I don't know, actually.
People of queer.
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
makes
It's
sense.
I am very confused. I'm going to be honest. I don't think a lot of people are coming out and honestly just going, I'm a little confused, right? Because it's a very confusing thing that's going on with regards to what side am I supposed to be on? One side you have, the Palestinians, and look, I feel bad for the Palestinians. Everybody feels bad for the Palestinians. Nobody wants Palestinian people to just be rocked by fucking rockets in their homes. Nobody wants that. So I get that. However, when
We can send a couple in.
send maybe a couple is what you're saying. That wasn't what I was gonna say. I was trying to be
apologize.
a humanitarian
Sorry, go ahead.
for a
Continue.
moment. I was trying to show
I'm sorry.
I was trying to show a morsel
I
of.
forgot. I forgot. I thought this was comedy. Sorry.
No,
go ahead.
you're right.
Go ahead.
No, you were right. But I'm just saying that before the there was Hamas makes it hard for Palestine to just be a flourishing place. And I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong, but if Palestine was making money and there was no terrorists and they were just like, we don't want to kill Israelis at all, we don't want to kill Jews, we want to love Jews, we want to be part of this, we understand what happened, let's fucking, let's figure something out, and we want to trade with you properly, and there was just this real open dialogue, then I feel like Israel would be like, great. And if 20 years passed, the walls would come down, maybe Palestine will get some land back peacefully by, by moving into new neighborhoods. I don't know. Making more money, moving it. I have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
But my point is, you can't rape and kill people and then your plan as a country can't just be we're going to rape and kill our way out of this. It's not. And I don't think Israel's right in continuing. I feel like they could have just bombed them. You know what I mean? If they had just killed 3,000, if Israel just killed 3,000, then I think it would be a lot easier for everybody to just go, okay, look, you guys killed 1,400, 1,500, we killed 3,000. We're done here. Let's
call it even.
Yeah. But now we're causing.
They need them to flourish to make money off of, the utilities and things, because they provide them their utilities and their infrastructure, right? So,
it's just a sad situation. And, the thing that I don't agree with is white far right guys. And I don't hate them because of this, and I don't think that they shouldn't be allowed to talk and shouldn't be allowed to I just criticizing that they are making this into a way more retarded thing than it could be, because now you have right-wing guys basically saying that if they're basically saying that all Jews who do anything in any profession shouldn't do it, basically, anymore. Because that means that if any Jew is in a place of power in the world, that means that it's corrupted towards Zionism or Judaism. Even if it's a company and there's one Jew there, but then everybody else isn't Jewish, it's somehow that guy shouldn't work there. So there's just this weird thing where it's at what point are the people who are pushing so hard against Israel and Jews going to be okay with the outcome? So
I don't know if that'll ever happen.
Right, and it won't. And the Jews already know that, right? The Jews are they're never going to fucking come around and be like the Arabs have chilled with Israel. A lot of them don't want to fuck with Israel. The actual countries.
Watch your phone.
Oh shit.
Oh, let's see if we just dusted a phone. We may have just upped the budget of this podcast by $1,200.
Jesus Christ.
You don't do cases either, eh? Just today, I cracked my.
They never break.
I cracked my $2,500 fucking Samsung just today. Smashed her on the floor while I was reorganizing this beautiful.
No, there was something else I wanted to
studio.
say. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you were talking about Israel. And,
all I'm saying is that I'm happy that I finally have Jewish fans. Okay, it only took 10,000 innocent civilians to be murdered for me to kind of start making a name for myself in the Jewish community. So I get it. Everybody else is on Team Palestine. I'm kind of de facto Team Israel. I'm not I'll never go to Israel probably. You kidding me?
That's part of why it's hard to talk about the whole situation.
Yeah,
because it's not a place you should be. It's like a
maybe.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel safe there. I don't know why Jews want to live in the line of fire. That's my only question.
Bro.
If I was,
it's like there's a cannon there. Don't stand in front of it.
But it really is fucked up that they had nowhere else to put them, or like they just didn't like. Europe didn't want
it's like an
to
artifact.
protect.
It's a religious. The area is a religious artifact. The area is a religious artifact. That's where the Bible took place. That's why it's so important. So it's like they need to keep some influence there, or there's some sort of a problem. I think that's part of why. Or is that nonsense? What do you think?
Well, basically, it's like somebody said that Israel's like having a large aircraft carrier in the Middle East because it's like a military base for the U.S. and but and the argument of people who live here in this country is that we shouldn't have influence there, which is stupid because then it's going to be way harder for them. Like those are the people who are like, I want to visit my family in Gaza, and it's like, I get that, but
shouldn't Russia or China help instead of us? They're closer.
Well, if they help, then we're fucked.
You think so?
Well, I don't know why.
Here's the real question:
if we don't help, then Russia and China gain influence in the area,
it's a nonsense area that doesn't matter really to people who aren't, They don't
it
care.
does for oil, which we still need, even though we have electric
got oil
cars
over here, man.
Yeah, but we don't want to fuck up our
liberal.
environment. We want to fuck their environment up.
We should just do nuclear. We don't even need that much oil. We got plenty of oil. It's just,
So what are we even doing? Like maybe
the question is I feel like it's a distraction from the Russia-Ukraine thing, because there's, what's happening with that? How did we all of a sudden stop talking about that?
Nobody cares about it anymore.
Nobody cares about it anymore, man. What's up with that?
And it's just happening.
It's just happening
every day.
You gonna have a beer with me or are you not?
Should.
Come on, dude.
I feel like I'm gonna have to re-record this.
In the West, you got to drink beers. Over in the East, you drink. What do you drink over there? Cheers, man. The podcasting. We gotta face off of the Titans here. We got stand up versus podcasting.
Yeah, I think that I'm talking about the Israel-Palestine thing because it's affecting people here. If it wasn't affecting anybody here, I wouldn't be talking about it because there's tons of other things to talk about that are going on in the world.
There's a lot of Ukrainians here, though. A lot of people.
No, but I'm not saying. Yeah, Ukraine. There's Israel. There's Taiwan. There's
all that shit.
China.
Taiwan
there's
too,
fucking Russia. There's
yeah.
I could talk about Darfur. There's been fucking religious killings in Darfur.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? But that's not what people give a shit about. People are just tied. They want to be tied. I think COVID did that too, where people just need one thing to be the apocalyptic thing.
Oh, people love apocalyptic thinking.
You have to remember that all the people who are protesting against Israel or for Palestinian civilians or for Hamas, whatever you think it is, those people are all... Fuck, there goes my phone again. It's gone. It's done.
That's the Palestine.
It's Palestine. It's trying to fuck my phone up. I get it. Look.
What a great podcast, man.
Is it?
One for the ages, I think.
Is it terrible?
We're standing up for Jewish people. That's good, right? Isn't that good?
I thought that was good. Like, look, I don't... even regardless of what happens in Israel, the Muslims here who are angry about it should not be attacking Jews. That is the bottom line.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same thing when,
this is supposed to be a multicultural country, We can't be bringing those conflicts
Asian
over here.
people were disproportionately targeted during Asian hate.
Exactly.
And I never promoted punching a Chinese person, but I definitely made fun of it or I made jokes about it, right?
It's kind of funny to punch somebody. I mean,
it is. I mean, so my joke was that like, they were doing BLM and then they did Asian Hate Week, but then it was just all black guys pressing square button walking down the street on her face or whatever. It's like Grand Theft Auto reference, but yeah. So
anyway, man, what a show you had here in our town. Everybody loved you. Did you like that room, or and The green room was pretty sweet, hey?
The green room was in the basement next
Pretty
to
interesting basement.
their garbage disposal area. It
The
smelled like
roof was leaking. I watched them change the bucket.
it smelled so bad that it brought back memories from when I was doing junk removal,
Oh,
living with my mom in 2014.
It smelled. Dude, that was a cool, like, I have to say I enjoyed it, though. I
I
like
used to do junk removal. I used to remove junk, go to places like this and take a bunch of shit, put it in the truck.
Was it a private thing, or like were you
Yeah.
did you work for the city?
No, it was like a private guy with a truck. You just like
Give me your
throw the shit
garbage.
in, and I'd get in and I'd drive it, take it to the dump it. You'd pay for the dump, and it's like you made the difference or whatever. It's kind of cool. It kind of taught me how to keep track of like invoices and shit. I don't know, because I was like in charge of it, because I was like the only employee.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. That sounds like a rough time, man.
800 a week cash
$800 a week. That's pretty good.
for like
That's
that was
after
like
taxes or pre-taxes?
pre.
I don't know who pays
But it was
taxes
like-
these days, hey?
It was I can ignore that comment. It was yeah, it was 800 in the summer, and then in the winter it was like 200 because nobody like got junk removed. I don't know why. It was just slow.
Really?
Yeah. So summer was hot.
So you had an opener, Sean Cuthand. What did you think of him?
He was great. He was native,
Native guy.
and he
Interesting
was
hair.
very
Big old ponytail.
He had a very his ponytail reminded me of Jackie Chan in High Noon.
Absolutely. Yeah, you just want to grab it and pull him backwards. Hey, don't go there. Restricted area.
Yeah. No. He's really good.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's
Dude,
a nice
I embarrassed
guy.
myself.
I made a
Sorry.
good joke. I was like, he's one of the good ones. He said I didn't have to give the
Oh, that
land
killed.
back.
Yeah, I remember when you. Yeah, I was watching that
Whew.
joke killed. That joke killed.
Shit, that was crazy when I said that.
Yeah.
I had a couple really good lines.
You were ripping those hockey players on that L coach, man. That was pretty funny. Hey,
Yeah, they loved it.
they loved it. They loved you.
I had a great time. It's a growing, Saskatoon. It's cool to have any fans here.
We have a river. We're lucky.
There's people here living lives.
We're
It's
living.
wild.
We're living. We're sleeping in garages.
As somebody from Toronto, it's just like weird, because it's like a city. It's actually a city. It's
Sort of. You know. You need
they have a
million
ton of
people.
shit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit here.
Yeah.
Compared, like even Toronto, seemingly has like more density but less stuff. That's actually good.
Yeah, it's a lot of. Toronto has a lot
A
of
lot of
just
shit.
people living, like apartment buildings and houses. Not a lot of. Yeah.
But here, there's not ton of. It's not like there's a ton of park areas. You have parks here?
We have some parks, but they're smaller. Yeah.
Are they Palestinian land or are they Jewish land?
They then.
I do think about that more over here. Like it's just like settler colonial Saskatoon.
Yeah, it's fair to think of it like that, man. There is a lot of white people here, a lot of British people here, and
But I actually the opener, Sean
Sean.
Cuthland, very funny. He mentioned that he was just like, I missed the blind ignorance of the 90s.
That was such an interesting comment he made. Where he goes, I miss the blind ignorance of the 90s and the 2000s, hey?
Just
I
made
miss
sense
it.
to me. It made sense
to me too.
in that when he said that. I just went, "Fuck, okay, yeah. Well, I guess he's right," and put me in a cage. Like I don't know, in that moment.
Exactly, because
But it's like not actually. I'm joking, but there is part of it that's like, were we ignorant or were we over it? Right?
ignorance of what?
Well, were we ignorant? He's saying blind ignorance. He's saying as if now we're not as ignorant, so we're just like, oh my God, this is native land. It's so awful. This is so horrible. What have we done? Kind of thing where it's like, well, didn't we know that happened? Like, it wasn't blind ignorance. It was
let's not talk about that because
Well, that's ignorance.
it's unbecoming.
No, it wasn't
Well,
ignorance.
no,
It was
well, that's the thing.
It was
The options-
acceptance.
It's like there's two options.
There was an acceptance amongst like, okay, yeah, like all these things happen, slavery, like, you know, it's like, and it's like now we're past that. There was like this golden era of like just everybody collectively was kind of like, I'm American, I'm Canadian, I'm, no matter what your race or religion was, people were like that. But this, I don't know
it's
what
changed.
the fuck it is. Where
It's changed.
it's not about that anymore. It's not about who you are as a fucking person anymore. It's just about this moral standing, this moral hierarchy that's based on race, religion, this, that. Like, people made fun of Jews in the 90s, but they weren't, there was no, like, you know, there was white people going, I like Jeff Goldblum, you know, I like The Fly. Nowadays, be like, that guy's a fucking Jew. I don't like Jews.
Yeah.
This whole movie is a Zionist movie about becoming a fly. Like, what are you talking about? This is,
Everything
it's
has
sick.
to be classified.
It's sick. And it's just, you know, and then I see people posting videos of like Israelis doing crazy shit too. There was a video of these Israelis, like, I'm laughing because like, people are like, that's not funny, but they like put on hijabs and like drew eyebrows, like unibrows,
Yeah.
and like we're like pretending like and going around pretending to be Palestinians and going like, oh, I'm so sad, but you know, yeah, that's fucked up. Like,
What's fucked up?
like, I think that's funny, but only because I don't live there. But like it's fucked up to make jokes about murder in a way. Like I would do it, and I've done it.
Dude, I would love to kill somebody. Well, haven't you ever heard that it's like it's supposed to be really exciting? It's like apparently the best feeling, only feeling better than sex.
Why are you scaring the shit out of me right now?
I've heard that killing somebody is the best feeling in the world.
You're out of
You
your
haven't heard
goddamn
that?
No.
No, I've heard that. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Well,
a well-known thing.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I know. It's why they make it illegal. All the funnest things are illegal. You know.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
You say that?
It is fucked up. It is fucked up. Why do
hopefully you're
fun
not
things-
going to kill me.
Mate, I might.
I hope you're just trying to be funny, but I'm genuinely terrified.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
Uh-oh. Got you terrified.
Are you actually going to kill me?
I don't know, man. Do you want to go? Is it your time? I got that bow and arrow. Dude, that was pretty fun.
That was the first thing you showed me. I was like, you're going
Yeah.
to fucking kill me with that.
I really like it. It's my new favorite hobby.
Is it like pointed at me right now?
Dude, I got it set to go off automatically.
Fuck off. I wouldn't put it against you.
Yeah, is that inept? Did we go an hour in or what, buddy?
Oh, you scared me.
Oh, okay. You just trying to stay away from me? I'll send my tomato bugs on you. They'll all get you. They'll crowd you like in Indiana Jones on that anthill. You ever seen that show? Oh, watch your phone again there.
Fuck. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Is this what your podcast's about?
Been a time.
Murdering people?
Yeah.
You're out of your fucking mind. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man.
Terrified.
It's a good time. I like having a good time.
Okay. Now I stand with the Palestinians.
Yeah.
Is that what you wanted me to?
Maybe. It's all propaganda. So, do you think next year you'll come back to Saskatoon?
I mean, after this podcast, no.
Yeah. I'll have
But
as soon as you
well.
enter the border,
I'll probably have to come back. Hopefully, we sell more tickets and I won't stay 5 days.
Yeah.
Jesus
Definitely.
Christ. That's what you do. You just rent your house out and kill a little Indian.
Yeah, dude. They're good for insulation. Like I put them inside of the studs, and then it's kind of saves some money.
Yeah, you're out of your mind. I'm very scared.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm just kidding. I love all types and sizes, and although I don't really like, when it comes to, a girl, I think that she should be a little bit motivated to exercise, or I'm like, shit. What do you think? Do you think a girl?
What the fuck are you talking
Are you a chubby
about?
chaser, or
You're out of your mind.
do you like chubby girls, or do you think they should be fit?
This is a crazy question because first of all, I have
Is this
a
misogyny?
child
Dude.
and a wife. Second of all,
Yeah, they'd be ashamed.
you sound insane. Like I'm actually gonna be mean to you in a second. I don't want to.
Please do it.
I don't want to. All I'm gonna say
I
is
love you
that
so much. You could say anything. It's all right.
you're scary. But
Yeah, heard that.
your girl. I don't know who. I probably You're scary. You've slept in this room for 4 days.
I didn't sleep here last night, but I have slept in here a few nights in a row, and it's been a good time, man. I told you my skin's feeling good. It's moist to get out of the natural, that natural gas furnace. Got that real fire. It's keeping me moist. Yeah.
It's very scary when you say
Calling
something
ladies
like that.
over to the shop. They love the high ceilings in here, man. You can just toss them up and down. Did you see that lady who came into the garage today, got mad at me? You were here for that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? When she came, she's like, I got to talk to you. Hey, Ben, just didn't give you...
I feel like you and her are like killing people in the city.
Well, she kills them and then I bring them in for the insulation.
I don't doubt it. You're fucking out of your goddamn mind in here. Fuck.
Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
You're definitely on Team ISIS. You and your
Yeah.
fucking... Maybe I should move to Israel.
Maybe. There'd be hot babes there, dude. There'd be some fucking bays there.
All right, man.
All right.
You can't really talk like that.
Oh, sorry. You're a married man, happily married man. I apologize. That's just me. I would move to Israel for that reason, not you.
You joined the IDF just to fuck a Jewish chick?
I've been thinking about going to Japan for that. Yeah.
Japan for what?
For the ladies there. Because apparently there's a bunch of ladies that just love white guys there. Have you heard this?
I'm pretty sure everywhere except here they like white people. Like if you go to
No doubt.
Brazil or if you go to
South America, yeah.
Africa or whatever, they're like, yeah, some of them will rob you and kill you, but the ones that won't rob you and kill you
We'll fuck you.
will fuck you. Yeah. So there's always that.
I accidentally hijacked your punchline there. I apologize.
It's okay. You've hijacked a lot of the show actually.
Oh, shit.
You were a good sidekick for
Yeah.
10 minutes.
You don't like asking questions, so sometimes I gotta flare it up, get a little hyperbole in here. You know hyperbole?
Yeah.
You do?
I have to sleep
Your
in this.
hat's of
I'm sleeping in
hyperbole.
this guy's house. Do you understand that? You understand how scared I was at one point in this podcast?
There's dynamite under his bed.
You look like somebody would do that. That's why it's scary. It wouldn't
Wile
be
E.
scary if
Coyote.
we were sitting in a nice home,
Yes.
which you also have, but
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
I feel like you wouldn't say that there. You'd only say that here. What's
I'm a-
that noise?
A little bit of sap from the wood, probably.
Is that why you have this oven here to put a Jew in it?
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know what people want me to say about the Israel-Palestine thing. Jews are the good guys. The Palestinians are the bad guys. That's all I know from watching
Where I'm
Team
at too
America.
right now.
That's where I'm at, Team America. And I get that you want, like, the Israelis are going too hard. A lot of people are saying that. Why are they doing this? But it's like they just don't want this to ever happen again, and I get that. And then I get that the Arabs are like, but they're living on settlements that they shouldn't be living on, and da da da. It's like, okay, well, become a prosperous country and try to combat that. legally and actually have people in your country make money first and stop being impoverished
It's tough to be a
before you
prosperous
start
country in a desert.
well,
You just can't be
Gaza's coastal. They could start making some.
ports. Yeah.
Let them export fucking those little Kabibu scarves. Like, let them export something.
Yeah.
Let them make something, but stop with the whole, we got to get rid of the whole Jews thing. Live peacefully with the Jews, and then eventually more and more of the land will become available. You don't go and rape people and kill people and film it on GoPro and shoot kids and then be like, why are my kids now being bombed? I know that's awful, but I do want to say something about the Israel-Palestine thing. Too many people are looking at this whole thing from the perspective of just like, oh my God, it's horrible. Like, obviously it's horrible. You know what I mean?
Ethical argument.
It's horrible. I don't think I'd be very happy if the Palestinians were the guys with all the guns and Jews were getting rounded up, or like I don't know. Like, is that what's happening? There are reports of, they're going door to door grabbing family members in Gaza and stuff, and that's fucked up. Like, nobody wants to see that shit happen. I don't think I really doubt the Israelis want to do that, but maybe they do. Maybe they're just crazy. That's what they're saying. They're crazy. So I get it, but
I thought that was just what happened in the Middle East all the time.
yeah, it's
That's my
you
understanding.
can't fire rockets out of buildings in neighborhoods and then be like, why is there a war happening in my neighborhood?
Are there buildings really buildings though? They're just like little towers of fucking sand.
They
it's like
have
sand
pretty
castles.
decent. They have like concrete buildings they're taking down.
Sand castles. That's what they look.
No, they're not. They're like, dude.
They don't even have windows.
I don't even think you have not followed much of the Israel stuff.
No, fair enough. Yeah,
But Gaza has like decent buildings that they've taken down some like
That's too bad.
borderline skyscrapers.
Dang it.
They're not that nice, but some of them. But it's just like they've leveled it, and I think that it's not good to do that necessarily, but it's also not good to. It's kind of fucked up. It's just a really weird situation where Israel has to kind of go in and do this because now, or they think they have to. They think they have to because the whole world's turning on Jews, and there's like, look, everybody hates Jews now, so now we have to take more land and more land. And it's just like, I don't know. It's
crazy.
a little backwards. And the craziest part is just how much money is obviously being spent on it to do it.
What do you mean by that?
Well, there's just all this money that has to be spent on both Israel and Palestine. Like, they're gonna rebuild
Media type stuff.
They're just bulldozing entire neighborhoods and replacing it. I mean, it's pretty insane. But at the same time, it's like they were like probably going to be able to live peacefully. But then a lot of people are like, it's a false flag. Everything. I can't stand these people anymore. I can't be a real conspiracy theorist anymore. I can't stand the like everything's a false flag and nothing's real, and because it's like COVID was like was COVID a false flag, like, or what? No, COVID was some sort of weird government fucked up thing that got out that China fucking either did on purpose or didn't, and basically doctors, I said, put people on fucking ventilators, right?
And
Like,
it just killed everyone.
and a lot of people just died because they didn't know what to do with them when they really didn't have to go on
old
ventilators.
People can't be on ventilators.
They just put a bunch of random people
Their lungs
shove
are-
a thing down. It's just
Their lungs are too weak for ventilators. Yeah.
so many of those people died like that,
How that wasn't something that people knew. It's just crazy.
and it was just this crazy thing where it was like the propaganda was so strong, and people say this now with the Israel thing. They're like, the propaganda is so strong on, like, you're just siding with the mainstream news. First of all, I'm making jokes. I'm trying to make jokes about both sides. It's kind of hard to be funny from the Palestinian side, I'll be honest.
Yeah, because they're just they're like Chileans. Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. It's nothing funny about catching fish.
That's so fucking. Oh my god, the fucking.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus Christ,
It is a tough situation.
this is a bad seating arrangement, but
Tough situation for sure.
yeah, and
But we're having fun.
no, and I want to have Arab fans. Like I want to have Palestinian fans.
Yep.
But I think a Palestinian fan of mine has to recognize that, you know, they don't want their culture destroyed, right? Which is Palestinian culture, right? Which is like standing outside of a clothing store and trying to sell you a T-shirt.
With selling you perfume. Come get this. Hey, you like good smell.
You ever? I actually watched one night.
Vegas, man.
One night I was just like, I don't know what to think about this whole fucking Israel shit, and then so I just put on like a walk through Gaza or something. It's like some like tourist, probably from before the war, just walking through it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, it was just so unsettling because I was just watched it for so long. I watched like an hour and a half
Sucked you in, eh?
of just him wandering the streets.
What
And
was
I
he
like,
saying?
Nothing.
Just wandering the streets.
Yeah,
Look at the buildings.
He's like probably a white guy, I think, because everybody was looking at him.
Gotta be.
It was like a GoPro or maybe something like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he was like a white guy wandering through. That's kind of one of my favorite genres of. One of my good friends put me onto that. One of the best things to watch, just white guys going to like anywhere. Sudan. We'll watch
Like
that
those
after.
travel
You ever watch
shows?
travel? Yeah, but when they go to like just bad areas.
And then all of a sudden a group is following them. They have a camera on a stick and it's like
Yeah, they're giving kids candy and it's just weird.
Yeah.
But it's
Oi,
fucking hilarious.
Messiah.
Yeah. They have like
Jesus.
there's just street kids everywhere there. Like it's
Yeah.
and they
yeah,
just
and
wander
dogs
around and dogs and
just follow you and
it's all men. Like the women don't even go outside. They're like fucking terrified a lot
yeah,
of
the
time.
men don't let them outside. God,
I'm
the women in
not
the
talking
West,
about Gaza.
eh?
I'm talking about like some of the like
yeah.
Haiti and
Yeah,
well,
so we're talking about other places.
actually no. There's women. I watched one from Haiti. Like Haiti's fucked up. Haiti's way closer than Israel. And people are like, I don't give a shit about Haiti.
That's amazing, eh?
You know.
Amazing.
Thanks for listening, and any questions or concerns for the show, as well as voice recordings and voice messages that you'd like us to listen to, or advertisement inquiries, please forward those along to CanadianTalkWithStephan@gmail.com. Thanks. We also have a website, Stephanjackson.ca, where you can find a back catalog of all our episodes, and we're also on YouTube, where you can find the video versions.